My name is Justyn Oliver. I am one of the founders of ReVitalized Academy that I run with my beautiful wife. And together we've been working in the health and wellness industry for combined over 15 years. We've worked with many people. And just this year alone, we helped over 30 of our clients beat a combined 95 different health conditions, individual conditions. And today I wanted to take some time and I wanted to go over a diagram that we put together that we call the roadmap of longevity that really shows you guys exactly what it is that we've done with our clients, what we do with our own lives, and how we can achieve all these awesome results for people and really just help people become free again. Because your health, like it's so ridiculously important. If you don't have your health, you don't have anything else in life. It doesn't matter how much money you have, how big your dreams are, how kind or caring you are. If you are bedridden, you are still bedridden. That's not going to change if you have $1 billion or $10. If you want to go travel and you want to go build a business and you want to accomplish amazing things, that's fantastic and you definitely should. But the point is that your health is what will allow you to do that, because your body is how we experience this life. And if your body is broken and sick and it doesn't look the way you want it to, it doesn't work the way you want it to, it doesn't feel the way you want it to, then that's a huge problem. And this, what we do is we help people fix that problem. And so today, like I said, I wanted to take some time and just go a little bit in depth on the systems and the principles and the process that we follow and that we teach our clients to follow in order to get a healthier, younger, better, longer lasting body. All right, so let's just jump right in. First and foremost, this is what we call the roadmap of longevity. Okay, this is a visual learning diagram that we put together that really encompasses our entire careers. Like everything that we know, everything that we do, everything that we teach, it is baked into here, okay? And there's many levels. We actually have over a 90-minute training inside of Revitalized Academy just going over this one diagram for our clients to really explain and connect all the dots and make everything super clear. But today, I'm gonna try and cover it as well as I can, as in-depth as I can in a short YouTube video, but hopefully just to give you guys clarity on what it is that your body needs, what may be missing from your life, and just hopefully give you some answers on why you feel the way that you do, why your body's reacting the way that it is, and what to do about it, most importantly. So first and foremost, with everything that we do, it is all centered around longevity, okay? That's why it's right there in the center, because we just believe that if we help somebody lose 100 pounds and in 2 years they gain that weight back, those 24 months might have been nice, but in 30 years, when they're still around and still suffering, it doesn't really matter. Like they're probably not even going to think about it or remember that it even happened, because they're just focused on the now and the pain that's happening right now due to their sickness, due to their condition, due to the problems that crept their way back into their lifestyles. So our goal, our number one priority with everything, whether it's nutrition or hydration or light exposure or anything, it is longevity. We want to get people results, yeah, but we want to help them keep those results and maintain them for as long as humanly possible. That's the goal, okay? We're not going to age gracefully. We're going to resist aging for as long as possible and stay young for as long as possible. Even if our age says 70, 80, 90 years old, we still want to be young. We still want to be strong. We still want to have our minds working for us. We don't want to have our family to suffer and lose out on life because they got to change our diapers. Okay, we're talking about a youthful life for life. And we believe that the secrets of achieving that life are baked into this diagram here. All these different words, all these skills, all these habits, all this stuff that you can learn, it's baked in here. And this is what we do. All right, so first and foremost, we believe that the secret of living a healthier, longer, better life, having a stronger body, just having all these things accomplished is first and foremost connected to your gut health and your brain health, and having your gut-brain axis connected and working in harmony, because from there everything else has a shot, has a chance at working better, because your gut and your brain, those are the cores of your body. That's how everything functions, okay? If you look into this, there is a thing called the gut-brain axis. You have a thing called the gut brain inside of your body with over 100 million neurons that literally branch out and connect to almost every other part of your body, from your heart to your lungs to your intestines to your brain to your muscles to everything. And if we can get this one system working, if we can get your gut and your brain back into harmony, communicating again, and have all the other systems that are connected to them benefit from that harmony, your body does amazing, miraculous things. So let's dive in a little bit deeper. Okay, first and foremost, we base our programs and our plans on 5 holistic principles. These are things that we teach everybody to do. These are the rules and the regulations that we base our lifestyles off of. And this is how we achieve step-by-step progression in somebody's health, taking them from someone who may be like Brandy, a client that we worked with this year. And when she started, she had over 30 different conditions, individual diagnosed conditions that were giving her over 120 symptoms. I mean, it was just absolutely crazy. She called it the pit. That was the point in her life that she called the pit, because every day was pain. And now, we just talked to her a couple weeks ago, and she went from being bedridden to basically now she just hiked up a mountain for 50 minutes straight with her husband to go check out a beautiful waterfall. Okay? And that's the kind of progress, that's the kind of results that we're talking about, because the body is built incredibly. It's like unreal what we're actually capable of if we can just create the right conditions and the right environment that gives our body the best fighting chance. All right, so first and foremost, let's just talk about consumption. Okay, we've all heard the expression, you are what you eat. What we say is you are what you consume, because it's not just your food. It's also the water that you drink. It's the air that you breathe. It's the stuff that you rub on your skin. It's the supplements that you take. And so we look at all of this together, everything that we are putting inside of our bodies as our nutrition. So that's our water, our food, our supplements, our skin creams, our air, even our clothes, and everything that can somehow get through our skin, get into our mouth, get into our lungs. And we want to have as much control and knowledge on those things as possible. So we put a big emphasis on hydration. Hydration is critically important, because without enough water in your system, with enough water in your body, nothing will move. If nothing moves, there's no healing. It's impossible, okay? And water is the delivery system of the body. So if you want food, if you want nutrients, if you want some protein to get from your intestines to the muscles in your body so you can look bigger and be stronger, you got to have water to transport it through your bloodstream to get it there. And so hydration is a critically important thing. Okay, we look at eating lots and lots and lots of whole food that is based on real food that either grows out of the ground or eats what grows out of the ground, not being made in a lab, not being made with a bunch of chemicals and being mass manufactured by some big food giant that does not necessarily have our best interest at heart. Real food, real nutrients, supplying all the different things that the body needs. Enough protein, enough fat, enough carbs, enough vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, enough probiotics, enough prebiotics, enough of the different material that we get from food that the body needs to function properly in order for all of our systems and our organs to work like they were designed to, because they got the stuff that they need. They got the raw building material to build. And then the building turns out really good, right? We look at the air quality that we have. I mean, guys, just something like fine particulate matter, for example, which, by the way, if you haven't heard of that before, it's the leading cause of environmental pollution right now. And in 2019, it killed in excess 1.8 million people, just fine particulate matter. The reason why that happened is because FPM, it's particles in our air from different construction sites and chemicals and a ton of different things that all make up this massive category of chemicals. But it's 30 times smaller than the size of our hair on our head. So it can go through our clothes, our skin, it can get into us anywhere in the environment that we're at. And so making sure that we have good air quality, and not just that, but we know how to cleanse and detoxify our lungs with controlled breathing and healthy lifestyle habits and things like that to get these chemicals out of the body is super important. You know, if we're going to be spending money on supplements, we got to spend money that's on stuff that's actually going to work. Okay, I'm not talking about a $60 bottle of vitamins that have been heated over 1,000 degrees and then put into some little gel tablet that your body can't even recognize what the heck it is, and you just pee all of it out anyway. I'm talking about supplements that are based on food, nutraceuticals that have ingredients and actual whole foods in them that the body can recognize, because it's just like food. It's just a little bit of a delivery system that's different. Maybe it's a powder, maybe it's a liquid, maybe it's a capsule, but it's real food. It's not some manufactured synthetic version of the stuff that we get from food. Okay? And that's consumption. Next, we got to talk about elimination, because what goes in the body produces waste, and that waste has to come out. And a massive issue that we see today is that most people's detoxification systems do not work like they're supposed to. They don't work on time, they don't work well enough, and the body just becomes overwhelmed by the abundant amount of chemicals and pollution and toxins that we just get exposed to pretty much on a daily basis in our lives today. I mean, guys, come on, we got stuff in our water, stuff in our food, stuff in our air, stuff from other people, stuff on the doorknobs we touch, the clothes we wear. I mean, it's nuts. And so we have to build a resilient enough detoxification system inside of our body to get that stuff out all the time. I'm talking about your bowel movements. I'm talking about your urination. I'm talking about sweating. I'm talking about the 5 or 6, if you're a woman, different elimination systems that we have baked into our body to clean out that waste. Okay? You got your colon, you got your liver, your kidneys, your lungs, your skin, and if you're a woman, you have your reproductive system. And most of the time, those systems don't work like they're supposed to because we get clogged up, we get malnourished, we get toxic, and people just aren't trained on these things, so they don't know what to do to maintain it. You can think of it like you bought a car and the dealership and the mechanic never told you to do an oil change. And then 10 years later, you're wondering why you had to buy 3 more cars because the engine keeps burning out, because you didn't change the oil. You didn't maintain the machine. And that's what we teach people how to do with their bodies. All right. So first and foremost, we got to eliminate toxins, and we have to limit toxins. We got to cut as much of this crazy stuff out as possible because there's already so much in our world that if we can't even control our home, control our kitchen, control our own personal environment, then it's just a massive uphill battle and things become significantly harder. So taking out carcinogenic cleaning products from your home, taking out preservatives and synthetics and things like that from your food, getting a water filter onto your tap in your home so you're not drinking chlorine and fluoride and secondhand pharmaceutical drugs and forever chemicals and all the crazy crap that is allowed in our drinking water, right? And then naturally cleansing. Okay, and I'm not talking about some cayenne pepper honey juice cleanse. I'm not talking about a 90-day liver flush. I'm talking about resetting and rebooting the internal systems your body already has, which, by the way, is universally throughout all of time going to be better than any powder or drink you could buy to cleanse the body. Getting the system that you already have built in working better, improving bowel transit time, improving hydration, getting a stronger, healthier liver, getting cleaner skin, all these different things that the body can already do, just getting them working again. Okay, and then stuff like fasting. You know, fasting is an incredibly powerful skill for discipline. It's a powerful skill for cleansing, for rejuvenating the body. I'm not just talking about fasting from food. We're talking about fasting from different coping mechanisms and addictions that we have in our lives to help us reset mentally, help us reset physically. It's just a good lifestyle practice, and it can very much help with cleansing because the exposure that we're around all the time is nuts, and anything we can do to lower that, it's usually a good thing. But that's elimination, getting the crap out of the body. Now we're going to talk about movement. And when I say movement, oftentimes people think like, oh yeah, I walk all the time. I swim. I play basketball. I play pickleball. That's getting crazy popular these days. And they think about like physical movement. And yeah, that's super important. You got to move, and you got to move every day. For example, movement is the only thing that will actually make your lymphatic fluid flush and circulate. You don't have a secondary heart for your lymphatic fluid. And so if you're not moving, that stuff's not moving either. And you're building up poison, you're building up toxins, and you're not flushing like you're supposed to. So yes, walking, swimming, exercise, critically important. I'm a massive fan. But when we say movement, we're also talking about the internal movement of stuff in your body, all the fluids, all the solids in your body moving and circulating at a good rhythm, at a good pacing, at a good speed like they're supposed to. Having good blood pressure, having good circulation with your lymphatic fluid, having good bioelectricity, being able to circulate from your head down to your feet, go and travel through your nervous system super smoothly and super efficiently because things are clear. You have enough healthy myelin protecting your nerve cells so that the electricity can pass efficiently. All these other things. And then, of course, obviously cardio training, walking, running, getting lots of circulation and movement with your body physically, with your limbs and your muscles. All that stuff's super important. But movement is medicine to the body. And if you don't have healthy movement on the outside and on the inside, it's going to be much, much harder to heal, much harder to fight off and fend off sickness. And all this stuff is just one more important piece of the puzzle that, unfortunately, I just don't think too many people are taught these days. But that's movement, okay? Now moving on to recovery. Now recovery is a very, very big one because your body is constantly, even if you do everything absolutely perfect, which, by the way, it's virtually impossible, and we never even try to get anybody to do perfect. We just want people to do the right stuff the right way, well enough for it to actually work. So we're talking about recovery because even if you do everything perfectly, you are still going to experience stress. Your body is still going to experience damage. There's still going to be internal and external things that go wrong, and your body has to recover from. There's going to be stress from exercise, stress from a literal stressful day, stress from just long-term aging, stress in general. And that stress causes damage. and that damage needs to be healed. And so doing things and learning how to boost and improve your body's natural ability to recover, because you are nourished, because you are clean, because you are well rested, because you understand how those different systems inside your body work, is a massive advantage. We have professional athletes all the time, and they come back and they tell us that after they apply our different principles and our methods, that they're literally recovering faster from training. They're healing faster after a fight and different things like that. And the same principles that work for those guys that get paid to get punched in the face work for the soccer mom who just wants to make sure that her body stays as young as possible for as long as she can so she can keep playing with her grandkids when they're in their teenage years, right? And so we focus on sleep, we focus on grounding, and a big one is learning how to control your breathing. Controlled breathing is something that they even teach in the military in order to keep their soldiers and the Navy SEALs and the Green Berets calm under gunfire. And so if it can help a guy deal with stress and manage life when he's got bullets whizzing past his face, then it can help you deal with the boss that you're not the biggest fan of, or the kids that you need a lot of help with, or just the stress of life in general. And different things like that are all very important skills and habits in order to assist your body to heal and recover faster, and faster than normal, because that's what we all want. Normal is not the goal. We want to be superhuman in every way that we can. And if we can achieve that realistically and practically, then that's just freaking awesome, okay? But moving on, next we have adaptation. And adaptation are all of the quick and fast different systems and mechanisms your body has in order to regulate itself. The easiest way that I can explain this is if I'm outside and the temperature drops, my core temperature has to go up, because there is an ideal temperature that my body is designed to maintain in order to make sure that my organs and my microbiome, all the different bacteria inside my body, the fluids, everything is just at a good balance where it's supposed to be. If I get a little bit too cold, stuff doesn't work well. If I get a little bit too hot, things don't work well again. And so to compensate for the temperature on the outside that is affecting my body has to adapt on the inside to make sure that things stay at a good balance. Okay, and this is everything from the environment in your home, literally just all the way up here at your first home in your brain, how you think, how you maintain and regulate stress, how you deal with problems in your life, all the way out to your actual home with your sleeping schedule and your at-home routines and just a healthy balance between indoor and outdoor activity and all this other stuff that can really play a big effect on how you feel, how you think, how your mind works, how your body works, all this stuff. And then even super obvious things like training. When you go into the gym and you do a workout, that is in order to stimulate growth, to get stronger, to build more muscle, to increase bone density, to get better coordination, flexibility, whatever your goals are. But your body has to then adapt to that growth and add muscle, add strength, build stronger bones, all these different things. And so just like that, you have thousands and thousands of different internal adaptation systems that try to constantly maintain a balance and keep your body regulated as your lifestyle and your mind and your routines and everything around you changes. And improving those systems by having a healthier body, a more nourished body, a better hydrated body it's a life skill, and it's a life hack if there ever was one. All right. And lastly, we have regulation. And regulation is all of the long-term processes that your body goes through and the long-term systems that we have in order to maintain homeostasis. So we're talking about stuff like your pH balance, stuff like light exposure, stuff like balancing your hormones, stuff like your mental wellness. That is massive. I mean, guys, there is so much evidence out there that talks about how just the state of your mind, the state of your thoughts and your emotions, how that affects the vibration and the frequency in your body. Not some like weird hippy-dippy stuff. I'm literally talking about the actual amount of electricity and the vibration that electricity is moving inside of your body and what that does to your different cells and tissues and organs. And all of these things work together in a harmonious system in order to maintain homeostasis, which is just really the scientific word for your body being in balance. It really just means all of your different organs, all your different systems, all your different tissues, the different individual parts in your body actually working together in harmony as one cohesive unit in order to make your body, which is a machine, to work better, to live longer, to perform better in all these different parts. And every system and organ starts to communicate and actually make the other one work better. Because as a whole, we're building a system that is working, not individual links on a chain that are only as strong as the weakest link around it. Hopefully that makes sense. And so what we do is we teach people how to implement these different principles into their lives and step by step go through each one layer by layer, piece by piece. And as you go through it step by step, what you'll see is eventually you end up right back at the top and you're starting over again. But you're not starting from zero. You're just starting from zero on the next level. And so you start with your nutrition, and maybe we're looking at your macros, your protein, your fats, your carbs, just some simple stuff. And then you learn about how protein works in the body, and you find some really good sources of protein that work in your diet that you like the taste of, that it's easy for you to make and just really work well with your digestive system. And then maybe you also add on a little bit of timing with your carbohydrates, so you're aligning it with when you exercise and you're burning the glycogen and the glucose that get in your body from all the sugars, instead of having it being stored in your blood or stored in your liver or stored in your fat in order to, spike your insulin and stuff like that. And then to go along with that, you start understanding how fat works in the body and what that does for the rest of your energy levels and your brain function, all these kinds of things, and the different stuff that comes along with high fat foods. And then you go back to the beginning, and now that you got your macros down, maybe it's a good time to start looking at your micronutrients. And you start learning a little bit more about vitamins and minerals and antioxidants and how proteins get turned from protein down to amino acids. And you start even maybe learning a little bit about what each of those amino acids do. But the point is that step by step, layer by layer, you go from one thing to the next thing, to the next thing, to the next thing, and constantly resetting back at your foundation. But you've added another layer to it, another brick to it. And slowly but surely, you are building out this impenetrable foundation of health, because you have all these different skills and habits, and everything that you learn, and every time you learn something new, it adds to the system as a whole and your lifestyle as a whole. And everything starts working better, because the point is that it all works together. And you're building out this just dream team, this Avengers of superheroes and skills and all these things in your body. So you're just impervious to everything. And it's very, very hard to knock you off your game, because your body is working like it should. And I'm here to tell you right here, right now, that your body is an unbelievably amazing machine. Like, we literally are walking around in the most advanced pieces of biological technology on the face of the earth. Okay? You can spend 10 million bucks on a Bugatti, and if you scratch that thing, no matter what you do, unless you repaint it, it's not coming back. That scratch ain't going away. But you cut your arm, and it can literally make brand new skin, fresh as a baby's bottom. And just like that, your body can do miraculous things on the inside, on the outside, in every step, in every system, with every organ, no matter what the condition is, no matter what the problem is. And I can say that with confidence, like I know it in my bones, because I've seen it. And if you want to see it too, then I encourage you to reach out to our team. Go to our website, revitalizedacademy.com, fill out a contact form, schedule a meeting with our team. We will get all of your questions answered. And if once you got clarity that Revitalized Academy and our team can actually help you, we can talk about a plan. We can talk about implementing these principles, these steps, these skills into your own lifestyle, and help you do it in a way where it becomes natural. It becomes like breathing. You don't got to think about it anymore. You don't got to wonder if it's going to work or not. You don't have to try and decide what to do and when to do it. You'll just have a plan. You'll have support. And it will work very easily and very simply, because you're working with people who have done this for a long, long, long time. We've done it many, many, many times, and you get to benefit from all that experience and do it right the first time. I want to thank you so much for watching this video, guys. I hope that this was clear enough. I hope that this makes sense to you. And if it does, then start implementing it. Don't just hear something and then run with it and forget about it next week. Take something you learned today. Take a topic, take a skill, take one of the points, one of the principles, one of the things that we teach on, and go and research it. Go learn more about it, and go find a way to implement it into your lifestyle. And you'll see that this stuff works, because it does. Thank you so much. Have an amazing day. I will see you guys in the next one. Talk to y'all real soon. All right?